Hi, I'm Eve.
And I'm Mary.
And welcome to That's What She Said.
So this is a podcast about two broke college girls and their experiences.
We are first years, which make us completely certified to give you advice and share our stories.
We will be uploading every other Friday, but we'll post more regularly on our Instagram at TWSS_podcast. And in today's episode, we will talk about our failed romances from college.
This is going to be so much fun.
I know. I have so much to talk about.
Yeah, you do. I'm really going to be talking in this. I'm just going to add filler, I guess. And so
if I forget anything, go ahead and tell me, because I tend to forget a lot of little tiny things. So I guess a big thing that I did coming into college was I used Tinder because, I don't know, I used it all year last year, and I just wanted to continue here, especially since there were more guys and more possibilities. But the majority of the guys just wanted to hit it and quit it type of thing. And I had a few experiences on there where they just wanted, they would just text me and that's all they wanted to do. And so as a result, I just don't use Tinder anymore. But I do have a couple of Tinder stories, but we will get to that later. First, I want to talk about this guy. And his codename will be Broken Arm Dude, or also Bad, because he had a broken arm. And how I came upon him was I was in the dining commons with one of my friends, and I saw him looking at me, and I was looking at him, and it was more than 3 times, because I've been told that if you make eye contact with someone more than 3 times, it's because they like you. And so, yeah, we made eye contact, and my friend was like, dude, give him your number. And, it took me 3 days to muster up the courage to actually give him my number. And I write down my number on a piece of paper, a napkin, and then it's Valentine's Day as well. And it's during lunch, and I see him, and he's sitting with his friend, and when his friend gets up to go eat food, I go up to Bad, I look him in the eye, and I'm like, hi, I think you're cute. And then he, gives me a look of hesitation, and I'm like, oh man, I think he's talking to someone, or I think he has a girlfriend. So I continue and I say, unless you're talking to someone that I don't think you're cute. And he's like, yeah, I'm talking to someone, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. And I just walk away, and I cry, but honestly I feel good about it because at least I did it, and I felt like crap, but I mean, I'm happy that I did it because then I got closure in a sense, I don't know. And then my friend gave me chocolate later that night, so that was cool. And then I thought I wasn't going to see him anymore, only during lunch. And I had a comm class with my friend, that same friend that wanted me to give him my number. And we both see Bad in our comm class sitting in the back with his broken arm and little douchey glasses that he wore. And he saw me, and we made eye contact a bunch of times, and it was just really awkward. And I saw him a lot last quarter because this was during winter quarter, and we just never talked, but we would just make a lot of eye contact, awkward eye contact, and I'd be like, yeah, that's my life. And fortunately, I haven't really seen him this quarter at all. I think I've only seen him twice, maybe just once, and that time was when we went to the gym, me and Eve, and he works there at the gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was just standing.
Oh yeah, when I almost passed out.
Yeah, when you almost passed out that day.
Cool.
Mhm. And that's my story with Bad. Nothing really grand about it. Oh.
Do you want to start with James?
Okay. Yeah, that's the... Okay. And there's this guy that me, Eve, and our other friend fell in love with.
Yeah, it was looking back, it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing.
But he's attractive, though.
Yeah, because he's just so nice.
Wait, is he attractive because he has an accent, or because he's...
I think it's his accent. Because he's so nice. Yes. Because when I first saw, just appearance-wise, I'm like, oh, he looks cool. Not oh my God, let me marry him, or have your babies type of way. But it was oh, he's nice. But when he when he opened his mouth and he had an accent, I was like, okay.
Damn, I'd hit that.
No, it wasn't
that
far. But when when I was like, oh, he got more attractive. But then once like actually started interacting, it was just like, you're so great.
He really is.
He's so great.
And we actually, like, he was in our class, like, all quarter long, and we didn't actually talk to him until before the final. Was it before the final?
It was, like, right before the final.
Right. And he was sitting right in front of me, and our friend was sitting, like, in front of him.
Yeah.
And we see that the two are talking, and I'm like, dude, you have to talk to him.
Yeah.
So, like, we all three of us fell in love with him because, like, as E said, like, he's just nerdy and he's cute and he's, like, different from all the other guys.
He is. And we found out why he's different. Not him just being British. It's because he's, like, 25 years old.
And married.
And no, he's not married. He's just...
Oh, right. He thought he was
married because he has, like, a ring. And we thought he was married, but he wasn't married.
Yeah, he has a ring on his left finger. Yeah. Like, ring finger.
But, yeah, he has a girlfriend, but
sadly,
yeah, but he seems pretty happy.
He really does. But he's really mature at the same time as well.
That's why he was very attractive, because
age matters.
Honestly, like, coming here and, like, to, like, university, and people are like, oh, the guys here are so much more mature. Like,
no, they're not.
Not really, because I just really, at least maybe once they get, like, towards, like, their senior year, maybe. But even then, it's, like, really bad. Like, I think once you get out of university, that's when you become more mature, especially for a guy. But, like, a lot of people here are still, like, especially in your first year, you're still in, like, a high school mindset, which is, like, disgusting. And, like, I just couldn't. So that's why he was just so nice.
He still is, like, because we still have a class with him this quarter, and so we still talk to him, and he's still the sweetest guy ever, and I'm really happy for him.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I'm happy that he has someone, because I'm sure, like, all three of us would have, like, killed each other.
I would have won.
Yeah, honestly. Like, you have, like...
more in common with him.
Oh, yeah, you have more in common with him. I was going to say you have, like, a lot of the looks.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
You're really pretty.
Thank you.
I'm really good at texting.
Yeah, she texts... I have more in common with him. She texts him.
And then our other friend, she's just very social and, like...
Yeah, so she
can continue the conversation.
Well, so...
We make the perfect girlfriend.
For all combined.
Yes.
But, yeah. But I don't have a crush on him anymore. He's just a nice friend to have.
Yeah, same.
But it's kind of sad. But it's fine.
I still like studying with him.
Yeah.
Because he's very smart.
He's so smart.
He's very, like... He wants you to know the material. Like, he's very caring. And on top of that, I just like listening to him. Yeah. Because his accent's very, like, posh.
Yeah, it's very posh. And it's deep. And it's not nasally. Like, you know those nasally British accents, which is, like...
Cockney.
I hate Cockney so much. Like, it's so gross. Sorry if anyone has a Cockney British accent.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
I just don't like it. It feels like nails on a chalkboard to me. So
yes, I agree. But that's
He's from London.
Is he from straight up London?
Yeah.
That makes sense. I dig that.
Yeah.
He has a girlfriend though. Well, let's move away from him because we can basically talk about him.
Let's talk about a guy who is the antithesis, right? Antithesis?
Yes, it would be the antithesis
of Jane.
Called Chad in Disguise. His name is Chad in Disguise because he has a personality of a Chad.
Or Chid.
Chid. Oh my gosh, Chid. I like that.
Chid.
His name is Chid. But he doesn't look like a Chad though. And I came upon him in the dining commons.
Wow, like almost all these like Tinder.
Oh wow, yeah. This is funny, and I saw him and he's very tall, so that's how I like spotted him. Like if you're really tall, I'm gonna spot you because I don't know, like I like guys who are tall. And I saw him and I was like, whoa, he's cute. And I told Eve, hey, dude, I think he's cute. And apparently then, like, he's friends with someone that you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, also, it was funny because I met his friend, like, that week or so, like, or something.
His other friend, yeah.
His other friend, because Yeah, I met his other friends. We'll call him JT. So I met JT briefly. It was so brief. At like this meeting that I was going to for this club that I was trying to be a part of, but didn't. And I was like, oh, he is so good looking. And then I found out they were like in the same group.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
And then I know this guy who's also in the same, because I met him at orientation and we hung out and I follow him on Snapchat. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
So and then like the person who was in the group that I knew is Dylan. I think if you like have a previous episode, So Far, yeah, I mentioned him a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, Dylan was like also in the group. So there was like 4 people that like we straight up knew like in the group. Yeah. Which was weird.
And I wanted you to like go ahead and be friend again.
Yeah, when she found out I was friends with Dylan, she was like, "You should tell me
you should be friends." Little did I know you liked him though.
Yeah,
because you didn't tell me.
I didn't tell you.
So I didn't know. Because you just told me.
I didn't tell you till like after.
You didn't tell me until later. Because this crush was during fall quarter, and I didn't, because all you told me was, oh yeah, I know Dylan, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't know like why you didn't want to befriend him, like there's some like not history, but like you liked him, and I didn't know that, and I feel bad now.
No, it's fine. Like I withheld the information because I'm like,
obviously like it's stuff like you're just gonna keep.
So, I told you when I came back, like, the first week of winter quarter. Yeah. Because I remember we were walking back from eating food.
Is that what you told me?
Yeah, that's what I told you. We were walking back from eating food.
That's all. We were guppies. And then I found Chid on Tinder. Mm-hmm. And I, like, swiped right eventually. And he never swiped right on me back, unfortunately. But then we found him on Instagram, and he never followed me back, even though we had mutual friends. And I really, oh my gosh, I wanted to talk to him, remember? He was up, like he went to go get food, and I saw him, and I'm like, oh, I want to go talk to him, but I was just smiling.
Did you make a salad?
No, it wasn't with him.
Okay.
Because the first time I made a salad was with another guy.
Okay.
If I see a guy who I think is cute, and if he's making a salad, I'll make a salad with him. Like, I don't eat salads. I guess that's something to note.
Yes, she does not.
I really don't. But I ended up not talking to Chid, even though I wanted to. Like, I just physically couldn't. Like, when I just have so many emotions, I freeze. And that's what happened. And, yeah, I don't like him anymore. Fortunately, because we found out that he vapes.
Yeah, he's like a really bad vaper.
He's an addict, apparently.
He's like, of course he's addict, but he's like really bad.
Yeah.
So,
I don't like addicts.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So I don't like him anymore, and I'm just done pursuing that one. And apparently he's just really childish from what I guess we've heard from stories.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, super childish.
I don't need a childish guy. I need a mature one like James. So that's my little story about Chid. Did I miss anything?
He has good abs.
Oh my gosh, you know that though. I don't. I've never seen his abs before.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. Because at least for me, because like, I don't want anyone like too buff.
No, I don't either. Like, I want him built, but I don't want him like chiseled. Like, I can see every muscle. I don't like that. I find that gross.
It's really
personally.
Yeah, it's really nice.
If he has a dad bod, that's also hot for me too.
Yeah, I forgot about that for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, and oh my gosh, Bad and Chid are completely. They look so different.
They're so far. Like, we'll say Chid. He is like who would he be?
I have no idea.
Like, okay, I'll say for just a scale, Chid is like Chris Hemsworth. Okay.
Whoa! No, you can't compare him to Chris Hemsworth. He's like lower than Chris.
Okay,
Hemsworth.
Yes, he is. But I'm just showing you the scale.
Okay.
And then Bad is like
Nick Kroll.
Exactly.
If you guys know who Nick Kroll is, like,
just Google it.
Just Google him if you don't know. He's a comedian. I find him really attractive personally, but that's the scale.
Yeah, that is her scale.
That's my scale, guys.
Yes. So
just polar opposites.
But you're very picky too.
I am
at
very
the same
picky.
time, which is weird.
I'm very picky.
You're very picky. Like, anyway.
Yeah, so that's something I note too. So let's talk about Dylan. Tell me more about him.
Okay. Well, since you already put up my crush, this is gonna be so weird. Okay. So I liked Dylan in high school for a little bit, and then he got a girlfriend. It's fine. She was so annoying.
Was she? Oh yeah, you told me before.
She was so annoying. Me and my friend hated her. She was like the most annoying thing ever. But fun fact. So I was there when their love was blossoming because I sat next to her in like Spanish class. And so it was so weird because they would take pictures of each other. And so I don't like, even if I know you're not taking a picture of me, I don't like being in the area where a camera is pointing. So I got so pissed off at him. Like I hated him because of that. I'm like, can you guys not? So I no. So like, and I was like, and if he likes this really annoying girl, I was like, nah, I'm out, right? And so like, then I suppressed my feelings for him. Yes.
I have a question. How long did they date for? Like, if you don't know,
halfway through junior to like senior-ish year.
Okay, so not that long?
Yeah, it was like a year and a half.
Oh, wow. Wait, that is long. Wait.
Like, if I'm guesstimating.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Around, okay.
That is long.
Yes.
It's like, she's so annoying. She was like the most annoying person ever. We called her Squirrel.
Why?
Okay. I guess I'm just laying everything out. Okay. You know how it's weird when someone's really tall and someone's really
Oh my gosh.
She was so small. She was like 4'10".
That's itty bitty. Nothing against itty bitty people.
Yes. And he is like, what, 6?
We think he's 6'3".
Yes. I think he's 6'3". So, like, at that time, maybe he was 6.
Oh, yeah, growth spurt.
Maybe.
Dang, okay.
So I was just like, it looks like you're dating your child. It was so weird. Even though they were not the same race, it looked like they were like, I just couldn't. So, yeah. So then I was like, I suppressed my feelings. And then I had to get a ride for Thanksgiving. And then I realized I really didn't handle my feelings well because I was just like, he has a girlfriend. Like,
yeah,
let's push it down. But like, I actually hit it well for like a good year until I came back for Thanksgiving. Yeah, which was annoying. Good 2 years. And then I started liking him again, which was like super annoying because like I really thought I got rid of the like feelings and stuff. But I guess I should have known because, like, I didn't want to talk to him because there would be, like, no valid reason for me not to want to talk to him, like, if I didn't like him. But, like, at the same time, I'm not really good with feelings, especially not my own. No, especially not other people's. I can't. You know that. Yeah. And so, like, and then after we came back, like, I honestly thought he was ignoring me. Like, as I said in, like, I think so close yet so far, but the girl annoyed me and, like, stuff. She still does, by the way.
Right, I forgot we mentioned about the girl.
Yeah.
She's annoying.
She still ignores me. So I was like, you know what, it's fine. But after after the first quarter, like when winter came around, like he started saying hi to me. And it was weird because like I was thinking, I was like, maybe the first time he said hi to me, it was on the bike, remember? And then
that's right.
Yeah, and then I was like, why doesn't he say hi to me with his friends, right? And then he said hi to me with his friend. And then I was like, maybe I'm just like a terrible person. And like I just like projected stuff on him, like as I said before. So okay. And so then this is gonna get sad. Sorry.
It's okay.
And so then I was freaking out about my like about getting a apartment next year because I thought I was going to be homeless. And so then I decided to do something out of my character and just go over and talk to him. So I talked to him and see if he was like waiting for someone. And he said he was like this guy that I already like knew who it was. It
was my friend.
Yeah, it was the guy you knew.
My friend.
And so like after that, we had like a small conversation, and as I also mentioned this conversation, and then like it just like honestly, I think that's when it kind of hit me like the most. Like when I was just sitting there, like just talking to him, having like a good conversation, I was just like afterwards, like I was like so first dumbfounded that I did it, but then like I was like, I don't know, the feelings just came back harder like from that moment on, and then actually came the ride because he offered me a ride during the conversation. And like, I was like so depressed because something happened like personally. And like the whole entire ride, he was like checking up on me. But honestly, that ride was like the worst ride like ever because I'm going to just say his brother. Continue. His brother, Ryan. His brother Ryan was driving, and he can't drive. First of all, he sucks at driving. Like I don't trust him. But he's like honestly my only way home. And he didn't get gas, so we were literally riding on like 10 gallons of gas. And I don't understand why he didn't do it. And we almost ran out of gas. So I was freaking out with that because I'm like. I call my mom. I'm like, I don't trust him. Like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Mm-hmm. And then my phone was about to die, and I thought I lost my like charger, my portable charger. And then like everything else was happening, and I was freaking out. And then he asked me like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then we went to Carl's Jr. And I was crying outside of the Carl's Jr. And I was on the phone with my dad, just bawling my eyes out, like just freaking out. And like, fun fact, the Carl's Jr., like, as you know, has windows, so you can see me just pacing back and forth. And like, at one point, I went on the floor. So I'm pretty sure all his, because at this time, you know that, okay, also, the cute guy, JT, that I thought was cute, he was there too. So all you can see is a girl with like a dress and on the phone, just pace back and forth, go on the ground, hide behind her bush, go back up. Look, I was like freaking out. It looked like I was on drugs, honestly. And so like, the brothers didn't understand. Yeah, and it was funny because I was in the bathroom and I started crying. And then I came out. I think I accidentally locked the other bathroom. Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's two bathrooms. Uh-huh. One bathroom is really bad and the other one's less bad. Mm-hmm. And I think I accidentally locked the bathroom to the bad one. And then I saw, like, I opened the door, and like, JT was, like, looking at me, and he was just like, "Oh, sorry." And I was just like, I'm crying. I just, like, I skedaddled. So, like, this whole time I was just, like, bad. And, not the broken arm dude, but just, you know, it's, like, terrible. And so, like, after that whole predicament, he was all like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Is there anything we could do?" And I'm like, "No, it's not the ride. It's like, it's nothing you could do." He's just like, "Just let me know." And I'm like, "No, you can't do anything." But he was like so persistent, like, if there's like anything we could do, just let me know and stuff like that. And I was just like, can you stop being nice to me? Because like, honestly, but like also on the ride back, like I realized we just don't have anything like in common.
Yeah, more in common with the brother.
I do have more in common with the brother, which is so annoying because I just don't think he's cute. And like, but then also the thing with the brother is, even though I have more in common with the brother, he talks like his major. Oh. And it pisses me off. And like, I don't know. Yeah, he talks like his major, and like, it's weird to explain. Like, if I don't go in depth with his major, but he talks like his major. Yeah. And, like, I just don't like that because I really find it kind of pretentious. Mm-hmm. Just a little bit. But overall, his brother's really nice. Yes. And then, like, also, like, recently, because I was talking... It's funny, because I always vow not to talk...
You do?
Yes, I vow to, like, ignore him. I vow to ignore him, and then...
You don't?
I don't, because I can't...
having conversations with him.
because I had a conversation with him, like, not too long ago. And then also I realized that from that conversation that I have a fear of rejection. So that's really fun. So I don't know. Like, I'm really trying to get over this crush. And like, I was thinking of just like telling him of my feelings and just be selfish, but like, I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
Because like, I think you should go with it, because even if he like says, oh, I'm sorry, I don't see you like that, or if he says anything, like, you're not gonna really see him next year.
That is true.
And like, we don't even see him to begin with this quarter. So,
yeah, I see him a lot less this quarter.
Yeah, like this quarter is just less, and it's better to have closure than not to have. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, honestly, because I was reading, I like this, because I have a journal, and it like, my journal like functions as a diary, but also like doodle, also in like a collage. It's weird, like, it's just whatever I feel like I want to do. And I was just reading, and it's like, like, it's just me talking about how I want to move on, like how hard it is. And I was like, you know what? The only way for me to like actually move on is like to first face my fear of rejection, and then second, like, just have like, you know, closure and stuff. So I honestly think I might do that, but like, I'm just gonna have to figure out like how.
Make a poster. like a proposal.
Like, hey, I like you. Can you please reject me so I can get over my fear?
I'm kidding, but
yeah. So like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I was gonna, you know, talk to you about that like, at some point. But yeah, it's just, I really think that me telling him probably would be the best. And then hopefully from that moment on, I would be able to like, you know, move on and stuff.
I believe you. I believe that you'll be able to move on. Oh my gosh, this is such a deep.
Yeah.
So deep.
Yeah.
Should I begin with Ryan now? So Ryan, the brother that she doesn't like, I talked to him.
It's not like I don't. I like him as a person.
Yeah.
But
you don't find him attractive.
No, he's very pretentious.
So, do you want to tell the audience how me and Ryan started talking?
Okay, so Mary had a Tinder.
Yes, I did.
And so then I got one too because I was really bored. And we played this game where we would like do fast like swipes and just like get rid of all of our swipes, I guess. And then we also had another game where we would just like give each other stuff and just swipe to see who we think we would like. And I came across Ryan, and I was like,
on my account.
Yes, and I was like, you know what would be funny if they matched?
Oh my gosh!
I didn't think you guys would match.
But we matched.
But I swiped and they matched instantly. Apparently, he already swiped right on her, and I was like, I freaked out. So
you also mentioned that apparently he's picky.
Yeah, his major. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
he is picky. Well, I'm very flattered that he liked me back. And at first I like panicked, but then I never told you this. Like when you first mentioned, your head goes up. What? Like when you first started talking about Ryan, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was like, he sounds interesting. But then you were like,
really?
Really? I thought that, but I never told you that because I was like, why would I tell you?
Why would you not tell me that?
Because I forgot about it until we started talking, and then I kept on forgetting because you know how I forget a lot of things. And but then I forget a lot of things. But then he apparently had a girlfriend out, but then they broke up because like they said it like at one point. Or alluded to it, and so like I was like, well, it's never gonna happen, so like I'm not gonna think about it anymore. So I never thought about it, which is why I forgot about it. And yeah, I actually wanted to like, I was like, oh, he sounds like pretty cool when you first started talking about him. And that night, because it was at like 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. that we matched, and he messaged me at like 1 and just saying something about my bio, and from then we started talking more for like a week, and it was like pretty cool, and I really liked it, and I really like getting to know him, and he like would send me novels of his life story. Like I can tell you so many facts about him. Like that boy did not hold back.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget how like since I know like his major and stuff, we like did like a crash course in like philosophy.
The following did.
Yeah.
on his major. We had a crash course. And that was cool. And that was also funny. And then, oh my gosh, and then we were like, oh my gosh, we can be sister-in-laws. We started thinking about that.
Oh my god, yeah. That's so weird.
And it felt different with him. Like I really, I really truly bonded with him. And I was like, this is so cool. And he traveled a lot. And it was pretty cool to listen to his stories about how he traveled. And I was like, oh, he's rich. Because, like, he traveled. He was in one part of Europe for, like a long time. And I was like, what the heck? You don't just do that. But, yeah. And I really liked talking to him. Oh, that would make sense as to why.
Yeah.
He did. Oh.
Yeah, I think so. Because I heard, yes.
That makes sense.
Billy talk about it. Like, they were like, is your brother back? And he was like, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think he said he's abroad.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so that's why he was gone for so long. But yeah, so he's like, we would talk a lot, and like, he was really cool to talk to, and I really liked talking to him. And then the sad thing happens. And okay, so I really liked talking to him because he was like, I don't know, like I started thinking about the future, and I was like, if we were like to continue on, like I wouldn't mind like him meeting my family, you know, like I wouldn't be embarrassed because all the guys before I was embarrassed if they would meet my family. And so like I would always have doubts, and doubts would always like cloud my mind. But with him, it was the first time that doubts weren't in my mind, and it felt nice. It felt nice like being able to talk to him, and he seemed to really reciprocate feelings. And then on Friday, because I was going to be busy on Friday, I texted him and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be really busy. I won't be able to text. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. And then the following, like, then I sent him a picture of my nails because I get acrylic nails with my friend. And I sent him a picture and he responds later on. And we don't chat afterwards because it's like, why would we continue talking? And then Sunday comes and he hasn't texted me at all. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why hasn't he been texting me? Because, like, up until that moment, he's been asking me questions like, hey, so how was your day? How was your classes? What class did you have? Like, you know, wanting to get to know me more. And then he just, like, stopped talking to me. And so I sent him a meme. And we think it's a funny meme.
It's a funny meme.
It was funny.
It's really funny.
It was a really funny meme. And I sent him that, and he never responds, and he never texts me. And I get sad because I really I try not to put any illusions about like with him, but I ended up doing it. And I was like really happy that we were talking. I was like, oh, finally I met a nice guy, you know, from Tinder finally. But yeah, he just never texted me, and I got sad. And I was just depressed for an entire week, and I like would cry to my mom and like call her and be like, yeah, I'm just really, really sad and bummed out. And yeah, that was really depressing. But I feel better now. I cut my hair, so I feel better. But I'm sure there was a reason. You know,
so bad.
No, don't like.
No,
why?
I feel terrible.
No, why would you feel bad?
This is my fault.
No, it's not your fault.
It is.
No. Oh, because I sent him the meme?
No.
Or because we talked?
Yeah, because I matched you.
Oh, no.
I feel like it's my fault.
No, it's not. No, because we started talking. No, it's not your fault.
No, it's
not. No, it's not your fault. No, it's not.
It's my fault.
No, it's not your fault. No, it's not. No, okay. So I think, but I honestly don't think he was going to text me because he didn't text me at all on Sunday. So I think he found someone else.
Let's see.
Yeah, go ahead, have fun. But I really do think that he found someone else straight up. And like, we don't know why he stopped talking to me, if it was because he found someone else or if he found the meme offensive. Like, it wasn't offensive at all.
Honestly,
it's a thing.
I don't think he would find the meme offensive at all.
I don't think so either. So why wouldn't he talk to me back? Oh my god.
Him and his brother are not like the easily offended type.
Oh my gosh, then why would he just not talk to him? He found someone else.
I don't know, but like, yeah,
he found someone else.
His brother, like, I have some stories, but they're not easily offended.
Oh, well, now I'm depressed more because we stopped talking and I want to cry again. Okay, so that was my story, and I erased his number because I don't need negativity in my life, I'm saying, but I've been really sad about it, and I'm still trying to get over it, but it's hard because I really did think that he was the one, and I felt a different connection. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong at all, though. Okay, well, this is depressing. I'm going to end on a better note. So I had my first kiss with a different guy from Tinder. His name is John, and we met on Tinder. Surprise, surprise. And we talked for a few days, and then he was like, hey, have you ever tried ice cream cake? And I was like, no, because, like, why would I? And so he was like, well, let me take you out to, like, get ice cream cake. So building up to the date, I was nervous. Like, my armpits were sweating, and I was freaking out because it was my first official date. And prior to this, I was going to go out with a guy from Tinder, but he ended up flaking. And so I thought that John would also flake. And I just had like a lot of negative thoughts in my mind pertaining the date. And I was like, oh no, or either that or he's going to like kidnap me and kill me. And I still thought that during the date. And so like my friend, one of my other friends, she helps me get ready. Like she does my hair, does my makeup. I look fucking hot. Oh, I cursed. I'm sorry. I look hot. And then he picks me up at this place and he opens a door for me. And like we go inside and like we start talking about music. And then he's like, so I don't know where Baskin Robbins is, because we were going to go to Baskin Robbins. And he's like, I don't know where it is. Can you like pull it up on your map? And I'm like, you didn't look for it before? Like, is he going to kill me? Like, what's going on? And I, in my mind, I start panicking, but I'm like, I've got to stay my cool. So I look for the place and then we find it. And then we go and we start like talking more and like, you know, it's pretty cool to talk to him. And then in Baskin Robbins, we're seeing the prices of the ice cream cakes, and they're like $20. And he says, well, that's 20 more bucks that I wanted to spend. And I'm like, dude, like, he didn't care about the date. Like, you could really tell because he didn't bother to look up the location of Baskin Robbins, and he didn't bother to look up how much the cakes were, like the price. I totally understand that, you know, he's poor because he's a college student, so obviously he's poor. But at the same time, like, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that is very true.
Try? I don't know. But that was weird.
At least look up how much the cakes cost.
Yeah, look up something. But we stand there and then eventually get ice cream. And then we go outside, we finish the ice cream, and this is my way of flirting. It is showing him the stars and constellations and the type of moon that it is, because I know that stuff. So that's how I flirt. And so I was like, yeah, it's Orion's belt, and it's a waning gibbous. And then we go back to his car, and we start dancing without music. There's like no music. And he's like, let's dance salsa. And then he like shows me how to like waltz. I think it was waltz, but yeah, we start dancing and whatever. And I start getting nervous because I'm like, wait, my armpits are sweating again. So then I'm like, to avoid eye contact with him and to avoid like talking to him or him kissing me, I start talking about the moon more, and I start talking about more stars because I know like a bunch of stars. And I start talking, like just rambling about astronomy. And then he's like, hey, do you want to go to the beach where...
I swear I have to.
And so we go to the beach to see the stars more clear because there was light pollution there or whatever. Like there were lights, so we couldn't really see the stars. And we go, and then once we're at the beach, there's a pier there, and we sit on his trunk, and he like keeps on getting closer to me, and he's like scratching my back. And in my mind, I'm like,
what are you, a dog?
He starts scratching my ear. Oh, yeah. Okay. He did it, but... yeah. But, yeah, and then he, like, continues to get closer to me, and in my mind, I'm like, am I going to lose my virginity in a freaking car? And I was like, I don't want to lose my virginity in a car. Hell no. And I'm like, are we going to make out? Like, wait, because I've never kissed anyone before then. And so then, like, we jump off and we start going to the pier, and he's like, I need to go to the bathroom. So he goes, and that's when I text all my friends, and I'm like, guys, I'm nervous. And then he comes back, and we're outside the bathroom, and we start dancing again. And then he leans in, and in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to kiss me. So instead of closing my eyes, I, like, keep them open, and he just, like, kisses me. And it was sloppy and it was weird, and I just like pull away and I just like start laughing, and I also do like noise. I go like, because I didn't know what else to do after a kiss. And so then we continue walking down the pier, and then he kisses me 2 more times, and then the 3rd time, I think he wanted to go in deeper, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
oh God, ew, don't say it like that.
Oh, sorry. He wanted to kiss more. And I was like, I don't want to do that. So like, I just like push him and I'm like, you're such a dork. And then he's like, do you want to go back to my place and watch mine? And I'm like, or no, he doesn't say that. I'm sorry. He says, do you want to go back and watch Fine? But he never says like where. He doesn't say where do you want to go back. So I, being stupid, I say yes. And so, because I'm thinking it's his car. I think we're going to sit in his car, like maybe like cuddle and whatever and like watch Vine. And once we're in his car, he looks at me, he's like, are your roommates home or do you want to go back to my place? And I'm like, what? And I freeze again, because like that's when I realized that when something is happening, something like big, I tend to freeze, and that's not good. Like I shouldn't freeze. And like I can't articulate my words, and I want to tell him, I don't want to go back to your place. Like I don't want to do this. Instead, I say, never mind. And he's like, what? And I'm like, your place. He's like, okay, yeah. So then we start talking about his place, how his roommate's not there, but his like roommates next door are, because he lives in a suite. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I start panicking more. And then I ended up texting one of my friends, and I'm like, dude, call me. And I just tell her, just say that you need help to do something, just call me. And she like calls me, and then we make up this big scenario, and then I'm like, dude, I need to go back because my roommate is having an anxiety attack. Like she has a lot of these, and like you can tell, like he knew, you know, and like I just start biting my lip and, you know, making a big thing about it and whatever. And then he like just drops me off at the place, and I'd never see him after that. And yeah, that was my first date. Oh, and he wore a Hawaiian shirt. I didn't like it at all. It was red, and I didn't like it. It was just horrible. It's like, dude, what are you wearing? And yeah, so I had my first kiss, and he texted me later that night just saying, hey, I hope your roommate's okay, and something like that. And I was like, yeah, she is. And we never talked after that. I didn't really like him. Like I liked him. I really liked talking to him. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, even during the date, I thought to myself, yeah, I don't think we're gonna talk. So that was my first date encounter. Yeah. So I've like, even though I've had like a lot of close encounters with like a lot of guys, it's okay to be single. You know, I mean, we're both single, and we're semi-happy.
I know.
But seriously, like it's really okay, because I really like this year because I've been able to strengthen my relationship with my friends, and that's what's more important, because I think in the future what's going to stick around are my friends.
That is very true. And
it's like I'd rather have a really solid relationship with all my friends rather than like a guy and like a guy, you know, like that's it. Like what am I going to do afterwards? I'm going to want to like go and party with my friends and like do fun stuff. Even though we do all that stuff, like not necessarily those things, but we do like fun activities, you know?
Yes.
And that's what's really cool. And so, I mean, even though if you guys see a lot of relationships blossoming, just look around and see like your friends, because like, yeah, that's what's important. That's what's going to stick more. But if you're in a relationship, then good for you. I don't know what else to say to that. Like,
good for you. Good for you.
Good job. But everyone also handles different things differently.
Yes.
For me personally, I just really want cool friends around me, and I just want not a lot of friends, but I just want really close friends who I can turn to, and that's what I have, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
Other people, they can have relationships, and that's, you know, that's great for them. Like they're able to handle a relationship and all that stuff, and I don't think I can, because I have a lot of problems.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah,
gotta work on myself with my problem first.
Yeah, but I mean, college is just about finding out what you like and all that stuff. It's just about having fun at the end of the day, because you're gonna make memories, and that's what's more important. Yeah. So thank you. Our next episode will be May 17th, and thanks so much for listening, guys.
Thanks.
Again, our usual podcast will be like about 30 minutes, but we wanted to make this one a bit more special.
Yeah.
So hence it's a little bit longer. But hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you ever need advice or have further questions, feel free to ask them on our Instagram, which I already said above, which is, what's our podcast again? Or what? Not podcast, but our Instagram. TWSS_podcast.
Okay,
I know the handle. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, and hope you guys stay tuned for next time.
Yeah, thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.